If you're thinking of moving, retiring, or even visiting Arizona, you may be considering both Phoenix and Tucson as your destination. But which is more affordable? Which is more beautiful? Which has better weather? Or more job opportunities? Or more things to do? Today I'm going to compare the two biggest cities in Arizona and help you decide which one might be the best one for you. Hey everyone, it's Kimberly, your go-to real estate agent in Tucson, Arizona. As a Tucson native and having lived in Tucson for almost 40 years, I can definitely say that I know both Phoenix and Tucson very well. Phoenix and Tucson are supposed to be rivals in every way, so I'm going to admit something to you that I would never admit to a fellow Tucsonan. I actually really like Phoenix too. If you're considering buying a home in Tucson or Phoenix, please reach out to me. All my contact information is in the description below each video on this YouTube channel, and there are hundreds of videos on this channel about things to do and see and know about the city of Tucson, which is my hometown. I specialize in Tucson, but I know a ton of great Phoenix realtors who would love to help you out and show you around their city if you decide that Phoenix is more up your alley. Truth be told, Tucson and Phoenix are very similar in many ways. They're both hot, but it's a dry heat, with tons of sunshine and beautiful mountains and desert scenery. They both have a lot of things to do, especially if you enjoy the outdoors. They both have great Mexican food and great golf and great cycling opportunities and several options for hospitals and medical facilities and medical specialists, and both have universities, so they attract college students, but they also attract retirees and winter visitors because of their great weather. A lot of Tucsonans work in Phoenix and commute every day, and most Phoenicians have friends and family in Tucson and vice versa. But Phoenix is located about 2 hours northwest of Tucson, and Phoenix is right smack in the middle of the state. That means that Tucson is closer to the US-Mexico border, but Phoenix has fast and easy access to just about everything else. So like San Diego, Las Vegas, the Grand Canyon, the popular Sedona, Arizona, known for their red rocks, the popular White Mountains in Arizona, known for their white mountains, and all the other cool stuff around the state of Arizona. And since it's a much bigger city than Tucson, Phoenix has much better roads and freeways, so you can live in a Phoenix suburb and easily commute into the city for work if you want to, whereas Tucson only has like Interstate 10 that kind of runs outside of the city, and the roads in Tucson just are not very well maintained. We just don't spend our money on things like that. Phoenix is huge. Phoenix is the 5th largest populated city in America in 2023. It has all the pros and cons that come with any big city. If you travel often, flights in and out of Phoenix are cheaper, and the flights run more often than the ones in and out of the Tucson International Airport. There are so many more things to do in Phoenix that you can't find in Tucson. All the big Arizona sports teams play out of Phoenix, and Phoenix even has a miniature Legoland and a really nice aquarium. They have a lot more fancy stuff, so they've got like fancy restaurants, fancy buildings, newer and nicer shopping centers, just what you'd expect from a big city. Phoenix is better than Tucson for jobs. Phoenix has more jobs, higher paying jobs, better benefits, all different types of jobs, big businesses, small businesses, government jobs. You get the idea. And while the city of Phoenix is massive and the real estate is more expensive overall than the Tucson area, the suburbs of Phoenix can still be very affordable. So if you're working in Phoenix proper but living in a Phoenix suburb, you're probably making decent pay and benefits, and you're probably able to afford a nice home and lifestyle. Tucson, on the other hand, is about 1/3 the population of Phoenix, maybe even less than that, depending on which suburbs you include in the Phoenix outline. And Tucson is less than half the landmass of the Phoenix layout. So Tucson has a lot more local feel. Local bars, local clubs, local restaurants, local breweries, local downtown scene. It's just a little more hipster funky than Phoenix, which is more business conservative. And also in Tucson, even though it's a relatively large and very spread out city, it's like there's 2 degrees of separation. I'm born and raised in Tucson, so if I meet another Tucson native who grew up on a completely separate side of Tucson, there's still a pretty good chance we know some of the same people through high school or sports or whatever. Tucson takes pride in their historic neighborhoods, downtown scene, University of Arizona Wildcats, and Hispanic culture. And even though Phoenix also has has historic neighborhoods, a cool downtown scene, university, Hispanic culture. I feel like Tucson embraces these things more and makes these things part of their lifestyle more than Phoenix does. The University of Arizona is one of Tucson's top employers and such a big part of our city. So the U of A is everywhere. The majority of sports we watch here are U of A related. A lot of Tucson's best annual events take place either downtown or at the University of Arizona. Everywhere, everyone wears U of A hats and t-shirts. And Tucson doesn't just eat the Mexican food, we really embrace the Mexican culture with pride through our arts and events such as Dia de los Muertos. Speaking of pride, I personally think that in general, people from Tucson have more pride in being from Tucson than people from Phoenix have in being from Phoenix. It doesn't mean that Phoenicians don't like Phoenix, it just means that people who don't like Tucson have already moved away, and the ones who are left in Tucson are generally here because they love it. I think sometimes people move to Phoenix for work or other opportunities, but some aren't in love with the city, but they stay there anyway because of responsibilities. Both cities have some crime, especially within the city limits, and especially property crimes such as petty theft and break-ins and things like that. You can't go to a big city with a big population and a major university and not see some crime. But both Phoenix and Tucson suburbs have traditionally much less crime than Phoenix proper or Central or South Tucson. Check out neighborhoodscout.com for more information about crimes in these cities, as well as crime maps for individual neighborhoods. I feel that Tucson has more outdoor activities, especially since Mount Lemmon is located on the northeast side of the city and it's only a quick 45-minute drive from the base to the top of the mountain, where it's a good 15 to 20 degrees cooler at any given time. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, Phoenix has great outdoor activities as well, and Phoenix has a lot more activities in general, many indoors, many that you do have to pay for. I personally think that Tucson views are more beautiful than Phoenix views because practically anywhere you live in Tucson, and I mean anywhere, you've got these absolutely amazing mountain views. But that doesn't mean that Phoenix isn't beautiful. In general, I think Phoenix takes better care of their city than Tucson does. Phoenix roads are better maintained. I feel like Phoenix buildings look nicer and newer and cleaner than Tucson buildings. Now here's the question that's on everybody's minds, you've all been dying to know the answer to. Which city is hotter? Phoenix is actually at any given time several degrees hotter than Tucson. It may be because Tucson's elevation is a little higher. Tucson's about 2,400 feet, while Phoenix is about 1,100 feet. It may be because Phoenix is more populated, which means more cars, more people, more roads to hold in the heat and everything else. In general, Phoenix is hotter. And even though you might not think a couple of degrees would make a difference in the summer months, trust me, I've been to Phoenix plenty of times in the summer and I notice a difference. If you're planning on moving to either Phoenix or Tucson, please practice safe skin and eye health in the summer months. If you're planning on visiting during the summer months, maybe just don't visit during the summer months. I hope you've learned a little bit about what Phoenix and Tucson have to offer. They really are both wonderful cities, and which one you prefer is just up to your individual preferences. If you've been to either Phoenix or Tucson recently and you think I left something off the list, please add it to the comments below and let me know if you have a favorite city or suburb in Arizona that you would like me to feature in one of my videos. I love this state and I love traveling, so I take every opportunity I can to make a video about this place. When you're ready to buy or sell a Tucson or Phoenix home, all my contact information is in the description below each video on this YouTube channel, and please explore the hundreds of other videos on this channel about things to do and see and know about this city of Tucson, my hometown. Don't forget to like on your way out the door and subscribe for more content about Tucson and real estate in general. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next Tucson video.